I'm with Christian. Christian was at the game, so I'm very keen to hear his thoughts. Lost at home for the first time this season against Newcastle in the first leg of the semi-final of the Carabao Cup. Christian, your thoughts on the game?
Laurie, I said this was a must-win before the game. I'm not confident in this team going away to St James's Park. You know what a place that is. You know what a cauldron it is, what the atmosphere is like. Imagine a semi-final second leg. If they have a result going into that game, the atmosphere there is going to be insane. So I said, this is a must-win. I said, we have to take a result there. I stuck my chest out. I said, 3-1. I said, we're going to do this. I said, we need to bounce back. I said, it has to be positive after Brighton, because I wasn't happy after Brighton.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And we didn't even get a draw. But at the end of the game, by the end of the game, 90th minute, I'd have taken 2-1. I'd have taken a 2-1 loss. Yeah. And that just shows how the night went.
Yeah, that was a disappointing thing for me. We didn't even have anything to give us encouragement in the second leg coming up in a few weeks' time. So what do you put it down to? I mean, because some people are suggesting that Newcastle were more up for the game than us. You were at the game. Is that something you concur with, or do you think that's a little bit incorrect?
Yeah, it's a weird one, because I don't think it was the worst performance. You know, you were there as well. You saw the atmosphere in the stadium. It was good before the game. The fans were up for it. The fans were behind the team, and they didn't have to be, because the performances recently haven't been good. You know, it's 6 points behind Liverpool, essentially 9 with a game in hand. We drew against Brighton. It hasn't been the best. We got our best player out, but the fans were up for it. The fans were loud. There was the fire. They had the fireworks going. Everything was right. Everything was set up perfectly for the team to go out there and put in a performance. And like I said, it's a weird one, because I don't think they didn't. I don't think from the first whistle they weren't up for it. They weren't shying out of challenges. It was not like they showed no fight, but they didn't show quality. And that's where our problem was tonight. Martinelli, when he's through one-on-one, he didn't have the quality to put that chance away. We had numerous chances from set pieces, which we've seen this season that we do have the quality, which we didn't put away. We saw Havertz. For me, that's the worst miss of the game. Havertz, it was right in front of me. The ball loops up, comes down. All he's got to do is head it in. Just get a clean contact on it.
And he's normally quite decent in the air.
He doesn't even get clean contact. It hits his shoulder and goes wide. I couldn't believe it. And there's a guy on the other side of the pitch that people think is going to leave Newcastle. This team that's on the up, they're building they got some brilliant players. Anthony Gordon, Isak. Bruno Guimaraes wasn't even playing tonight. It's their best midfielder. Joe Linton, Tonali, Sven Botman, these are quality players. We think Isak is going to leave Newcastle and come and join us. There's more chance of Newcastle taking Saka from us than us taking Isak from them. There's more chance of them taking Saliba from us than us taking Isak from them. Yeah. It's true.
It is true.
That's the way.
It's not true. I hear what you're saying. But listen, you know what? It's impossible to watch that game today and not draw comparisons between their attack, which looked sharp and penetrative and threatening throughout, and ours, which although we had a lot more of the ball and we created more chances, we just didn't look like we were going to score. Whereas Isak and Gordon looked really threatening. Yeah. The whole time they were on.
Sometimes you have those games where you're creating or it's frustrating and you just don't feel like you're going to score. And like I said, it wasn't negative in the stadium. It wasn't, a lot of the time the fans get on their back and they're swearing. It's not like there was loads of mistakes and misplaced passes. There was just no feeling of we're going to score. And I think that comes down to individual quality. Us as fans now know that Martinelli doesn't really, he used to. Martinelli was a fan favourite. It was one of my favourite players. I love Martin. I still, when I see Martinelli on the team sheet, I'm still hopeful that we're going to see the Martinelli of 2-3 years ago, but we just don't.
You know what? It's funny because when he broke through and he was away, because, no one's going to catch him from there. You're kind of reminiscent about the goal he scored against Chelsea with him years ago. Remember when he broke and he just went through, bang. But today, similar situation, he's through, no one can't catch him, but the finish wasn't quite there.
Not good enough. Not good enough. He wasn't even the worst out of the three. I thought Trossard was. Trossard wasn't even in the game.
I had to remind myself if he was playing halfway through that game.
Yeah, exactly. You know the thing with Trossard, I feel like I don't think we got Trossard in his prime. I think we got him like a year or two after. And I think what Arteta's managed to get out of Trossard in the past 12, 18 months, it's just bled dry, like the best of Trossard. what I'm saying is we've seen the best of it. He's done as a player. I don't.
Well,
think
I
he
hope
has
not.
more
But
to
one
offer.
thing I would say is, remember the times when we used to say that Trossard looked so good coming off the bench.
Yeah, off the
He's our
bench.
best finisher.
12th man. How often
we
do
haven't
we hear
been
about?
saying? Yeah, we're not saying that anymore, are we?
We call him a 12. We've always called him a 12th man. Even when he was at his best for us, he was a 12th man. And now, 18 months down the line, when he should be a 13th man, a 14th man, he's starting games. And then Raheem Sterling's on the bench, which Arteta doesn't
Raheem
want to
who?
bring him on. Also, selection-wise, to start Havertz in this game after he's had an illness and hasn't even played a minute in the past 2-3 games, kind of baffled me. Like I don't like calling out Mikel because I love Mikel Arteta for what he's done for this club, but it was the wrong decision. Jesus scored a hat-trick, then scored 2 goals. He's got another goal since. All right, he didn't score against Brighton, but he's been our best attacker in recent games, and you put him on the bench, and you don't even take Havertz off. You then
I'm
make a change.
I'm suspecting that he may have played Havertz given his supposedly greater physicality.
So what did that?
Because
Where did that
Newcastle
get
are a
us?
big team with Dan Burn and all them like that.
Where did that get us? We
No
didn't need
way.
we didn't need physicality tonight.
Yeah.
We needed quality in front of goal because we created chances, and we didn't have any quality in front of goal. And then I couldn't believe I saw Havertz on the right wing. It was just flashback to his Leverkusen days. He's not that player anymore. He was never really that player. He had flair, but I saw Havertz trying to dribble. He's just not that player. He was on the right wing, and then he goes up front, and Jesus doesn't know where to be in, and Martinelli's. It was a mess. Towards the end of the game, it was a mess. We still created a couple of chances because the midfield, I thought Declan Rice applied himself.
Yeah, I thought Declan Rice had a decent game. I thought him and Martinelli and Miles Skelly were probably our 3 best players today. But okay, listen, it's happened. We're 2-0 down. We've got to fast forward now to a couple of weeks' time. We go away to Newcastle. It's always a difficult place to go. I mean, we've not beaten them there for a couple of seasons. But do you think that we can go there and get a result on this occasion?
Let me put it this way, before I answer that question. There comes usually a week or 2 in a season where the season is defined. Last season, it was the week we drew against Bayern at home, we lost against Aston Villa, and then we lost against Bayern. So we were out of everything. The season was essentially done in that week. This week, essentially, could kill our season. We drew against Brighton. All right, we got a little lifeline because Liverpool then drew against United. We lost tonight. If we lose that game against United and we're out of the FA Cup, the season's done for me. To answer your question, nah, I don't think we can go there and overturn a 2-0 lead. Like I said, we needed a win tonight because I don't even see us. Yeah, I don't see us putting in a performance at St James's Park with that atmosphere.